Well, today I'll be answering you guys' questions for the 900 subscribers Q&A. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for getting me to 900 subs. Thank you for watching the videos, commenting, and liking the videos. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive into these questions. We're going to start off with Sinister Santa. Congrats, 1,000. Here we come. Hopefully we pass 1,000 by the end of the year, but we'll see. But have you ever thought about talking about your job, the pluses and the minuses of it? I know that's been something that's been mentioned to me before, at least once or twice before, but I'll be honest, not really something that really piques my interest all that much. How do you always get so lucky being first in line at a meet and greet? Besides just getting there early, I don't know. I mean, I do remember being first in line for Deftones and Pantera, and I'm sure there's some other ones out there, but at the moment, those are the two that I remember. But I don't know. I am one of those people that does go to meet and greets early. I mean, of course, they email you the time of when to be there for checking in, and I'm usually like somewhere between an hour and a half early, something like that. Yeah, somewhere around there. How do you, if at all, deal with going to a show alone? I've had to go to a bunch myself. Personally, I have no issue going to concerts alone, because I know many of my family members or friends are really into the stuff that I listen to or the shows that I go to. So most of the time I end up having to go alone, which is fine. Personally, I don't mind going alone. I mean, the plus side of going alone is you don't have to give anyone rides there or rides back home or of course pay for their ticket or anything like that. And of course, if someone wants to go with me, of course they're welcome. But for me, I don't mind going to shows alone. And you can go there and leave at any time you like when you're alone. You don't have to come to a compromise or anything like that with whoever you're with. But since you like Killswitch and Unearth and All That Remains, have you listened to Shadows Fall or God Forbid? Very good stuff. God Forbid, I know of them. I've heard their name, but I don't think I've actually heard their music. Shadows Fall, I know I've heard a couple of their songs. I think Redemption is maybe one of them, if I got the title right. From what I remember hearing from Shadows Fall, I do remember liking, but I actually haven't looked deep into their stuff. I know that they're apparently they came back recently or something like that. So maybe I'll look into Shadows Fall, because I do remember liking what I heard. Pizza or cheesesteaks for the rest of your life? Pick one. Probably gonna have to go with pizza. I mean, pizza or cheesesteaks. Yeah, probably pizza. I mean, I like cheesesteaks. I mean, love brew cheese. I mean, they're a meat lover. Oh, so good. Love cheesesteaks, but I know I would get sick of that if that was just what I would eat for the rest of my life and not pizza. But yeah, I'd probably go with pizza. But again, cheesesteaks are awesome though. But yeah, thank you for the question, Sinister Santa. Let's go ahead and move on to Ivy Music FM. Got a few here. How long have you been collecting CDs? Since middle school, or maybe it was late elementary school, somewhere around there. And then something happened, and then eventually, because of a certain event that happened, I had to start over. And the time when I had to start over was around. Yeah, somewhere around in middle school, so 7th or 8th grade, so probably a little over a decade now that I think about it, which is crazy to think about, now that I think about it, but yeah, probably like a little over a decade, I'm thinking is how long. What is the best opening track you've ever heard on an album? I'm sorry, that's an impossible question. That's really tough. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's so many to choose from. I mean, Paper Cut by Linkin Park, Battery by Metallica, Around the World by Red Hot Chili Peppers, Arise by Simple. I mean, there's so many choices. It's tough, and you also ask what is the best closing track you've ever heard on an album. That's also tough for me. I mean, a lot of great ones out there. That's a tough one. Do you prefer classic or modern metal? Probably classic, mainly because from the 2010s on, there isn't a whole lot that I like in terms of metal. I mean, well, besides Spirit Box and Light the Torch, and maybe a couple others, but yeah, probably classic though. But I do like a good amount of modern stuff too. I mean, again, I do like Spirit Box. I mean, their new album, Tsunami Sea, is one of my favorite albums of the year so far. If you haven't heard that album, Tsunami Sea by Spirit Box, definitely make sure to give it a listen. Really good stuff. Worst subgenre of metal in your opinion? It's either going to be black metal or pirate metal. I know some people call it. I hear it's either folk or pirate. I don't know if it's the same thing, but either that or black metal for me. But with black metal, I mean, I like a few Immortal songs, but that's about it for me when it comes to black metal. And if Cradle of Filth counts as black metal at this point, I mean, I like them, I guess, if they count as black metal. But they kind of mix multiple subgenres of metal. I mean, you got some gothic metal and some black metal, and you might have some symphonic stuff in there too, but. Yeah, either black metal or folk / pirate metal. I don't know if they're the same thing or not, but either way, that's what I'd choose. What's the most beautiful song you've ever heard? That's a tough one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I might come up with an answer sometime after this video, probably. But yeah, that's a tough one. Good question, though. But yeah, thank you, Ivy Music, for the questions. Let's go ahead and move on to the next person here. We got Zach D Productions, longtime supporter of the channel, longtime follower, longtime subscriber. Congrats, man. Hey, thank you, Zach. Thank you for the support. Which band do you think has... excuse me. What band do you think has the better later material? Iron Maiden or Judas Priest? Honestly, Judas Priest. Mainly because of Firepower and Invincible Shield. Redeemer of Souls is alright. But when it comes to... But yeah, I'd probably go with Judas Priest. I mean, when it comes to modern Iron Maiden or later material Iron Maiden, I think Senjutsu is alright. I think that's probably their best since... maybe Dance of Death. But yeah, I rarely return to their later stuff. The latest I'll return to is, for the most part, maybe probably Dance of Death. But again, I do like Senjutsu, but again, I think it's only just alright though. But yeah, for this question, I'd probably go with Judas Priest. Most underrated Black Sabbath album. Maybe Born Again with Ian Gillan. I like that album. I mean, I know the production's bad on that album, but I actually like that album. I think Cross Purposes is kind of underrated too. You know what? Most underrated, I might go with Dehumanizer by Black Sabbath. I mean, it doesn't get the same love as Mob Rules and Heaven and Hell, but I think that album's pretty good. I'd say, you know what? I might go with Dehumanizer. Do you think Yes should retire? Absolutely. Definitely a band way past their prime, in my opinion. I mean, the singer that they have now, I think it does a fine job, but again, modern Yes to me is just not great. I'm not going to say like god awful, but definitely a major step down from their classic stuff from the 70s and 80s. But yeah, I do think they should retire though. Best guitar player in grunge, probably Jerry Cantrell. Either him or Kim from Soundgarden. Favorite cover songs of all time. Well, War Pigs by Faith No More. I think Faith No More does a pretty good job of War Pigs, of course, originally by Black Sabbath. I think that's definitely one of my favorite cover songs of all time. What else? I mean, of course, I do like Got the Time by Anthrax. I do like that cover. Honestly, I might go with War Pigs by Faith No More as being my favorite cover song of all time. I don't know, or at least it's in competition. I really like that cover. But yeah, Faith No More is also one of my favorite bands of all time too. But what are some of your most anticipated albums of this year and beyond? Well, of course, Megadeth and Anthrax. I know they're working on new material. I'm really looking forward to that. Who else? Of course, I'm looking forward to the new 3 Days Grace album and the new Bush album. But yeah, those are some albums that come to mind. But yeah, thank you, Zach, for the questions. Let's move on to Blink PS2. Do you plan on seeing Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace when they go on tour together? Sadly, no. And I know they're going to Seattle, which is like 4 or 5 hours away from me, but I probably won't go. But if they were coming to my city, I would go, absolutely. But since they're not coming to my city, I'm probably not going to go, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you for the question, Blink PS2. Next, we got a question from Trapeznik. Hopefully I got your name right. What's your take on extreme metal? Which bands you like, dislike, besides Morbid Angel? I'm not really an extreme metal guy. It's just not, for the most part, not really my thing. But yeah, I do like Morbid Angel. I like Death. I like Obituary. I like Cradle of Filth. Those are probably the heaviest bands I listen to, I guess. If you want to dive into melodic death metal, I like At the Gates and Arch Enemy and Dark Tranquillity and In Flames. But yeah, those are probably the heaviest bands I like. So yeah, extreme metal for the most part, not really my thing. But yeah, thank you for the question, Trapeznik. Can you rank Blink-182 and Sum 41 albums? And this question is from Andrew Rodenbucker or Booker. I've actually done these rankings already on the channel. Just make sure to type in MJ Nation Blink-182 ranking or Sum 41 ranking, and you'll probably find it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done rankings for those bands already. It might have been a year or two ago or something like that. But yeah, thank you for the question, Andrew. Next question is from Christian Perez. Hey MJ, it's been a long time, but I just want to say congratulations on making it to 900 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you, Christian. It means a lot. Thank you for your support. And Tainted Lord 87, congrats on hitting 900 subs. Thank you, man. But yeah, that's it for all the questions. Thank you all for those who submitted questions, and yeah, thank you for getting me to 900 subs. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, to like, subscribe. Have a nice day, and take care.